In competitive markets, companies are always looking for ways to do better than their rivals and achieve long-term success. While factors like industry conditions are important, many experts believe that lasting competitive advantage mainly comes from a company's own resources and capabilities. The VRIO framework is a useful tool that helps organizations assess whether their internal assets can give them this kind of edge. Developed by Jay Barney as part of the resource-based view of the firm, VRIO examines resources through 4 key questions: whether they provide value by helping the company exploit opportunities or handle threats, whether they are rare compared to competitors, whether they are hard or costly to copy, and whether the company is organized to fully use those resources. By answering these questions, businesses can figure out if their resources just keep them in the game or truly set them apart for the long run. This presentation will explain how the VRIO framework works, show how it can be applied, provide examples, and discuss its strengths and limitations. For a resource to provide a sustained competitive advantage, it must meet all 4 VRIO criteria: value, rarity, imitability, and organization. If it misses even one, the advantage is usually temporary or results in just competitive parity. The VRIO framework is practical because it helps businesses allocate their limited resources wisely by identifying which assets to invest in, protect, or develop, avoiding wasteful spending on less strategic capabilities. It also clarifies which resources truly set the company apart, helping managers make clearer strategic decisions about pricing, innovation, expansion, and target markets. More importantly, VRIO focuses on long-term sustainability rather than short-term gains, steering firms towards strengths that are harder to copy rather than just scaling up market share. Additionally, it supports important strategic decisions like mergers, acquisitions, outsourcing, and capability building by distinguishing what should remain internal and what can be outsourced. To apply VRIO effectively, companies need a systematic approach starting with identifying key resources and capabilities, whether tangible like machinery and buildings, or intangible such as brand reputation and patents. Then, it's essential to test whether these resources create value by reducing costs, increasing what customers are willing to pay, or improving efficiency or responsiveness. If a resource doesn't add value, it becomes a competitive disadvantage, no matter how rare it might be. When assessing a resource's rarity, it's important to recognize that if many competitors have the same valuable resource, it only leads to competitive parity, meaning no one gains a true advantage. For a resource to offer a real edge, it needs to be scarce within the industry. Next, we evaluate how difficult a resource is to imitate. Some resources are hard to copy because they arise from specific historical conditions, like first-mover advantages, or because there's causal ambiguity, meaning competitors can't pinpoint exactly what makes the resource successful. Additionally, social complexity plays a role. Things like company culture, trust, and relationships are tough to replicate. Beyond rarity and imitability, organizational support is crucial. Even if a company has valuable, rare, and inimitable resources, without the right structures, incentives, and leadership, those resources won't be fully utilized. Looking at real-world examples helps clarify this. Apple's strong brand, integrated ecosystem, and premium pricing power show value, while its unique hardware-software combination establishes rarity. Its design capabilities and ecosystem create high barriers for imitation, supported by a structure focused on innovation, resulting in a sustained competitive advantage. Toyota's production system is classic VRIO. It creates value through lower costs and quality, rarity through embedded culture, imitability due to tacit knowledge and continuous improvement, and is supported by integrated management systems. Despite many attempts, few have matched Toyota's lean results. Starbucks, on the other hand, leverages value in its brand and customer experience, rarity through a global yet localized store atmosphere, imitability challenges due to culture replication, and strong training and operational systems. Starbucks' edge lies in the overall experience and brand trust rather than just the coffee itself. These examples demonstrate how the VRIO framework helps firms identify and build sustainable competitive advantages. The VRIO framework focuses primarily on internal strengths, helping firms understand and develop what they can control within their own resources. It supports a sustainable strategy by emphasizing long-term advantage instead of just immediate market gains. Its simple, structured approach, based on just 4 key questions, makes it easy to apply and communicate across the organization. Plus, it's flexible enough to work for companies of any size and across different industries, including service and digital sectors. Another benefit is that VRIO complements other strategic tools like SWOT, PESTLE, and Porter's 5 Forces, enhancing overall analysis. However, the framework isn't without limitations. It offers a static snapshot that may not reflect rapid changes in markets or technology, and some assessments like rarity or imitability can be subjective. It also focuses internally and doesn't directly consider external factors like regulation or competition. Identifying valuable resources is useful, but it doesn't guarantee successful implementation. Additionally, VRIO may be less effective for startups that lack established resources but compete through innovation and agility. Overall, VRIO remains a valuable tool for firms aiming for long-term success by helping them pinpoint and build unique strengths that others find hard to replicate, especially when used alongside other external analysis methods.